Hello, everybody. Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors' 121-119 win against the Detroit Pistons. Overtime win.
Get more excited, man. This game was magic. Like,
man, I'm here. I'm just going and say I'm shocked, man.
I'm nearly speechless. That so many things happened that was just pure joy that game.
Yep. Well, if you want to start, do you want to start with the start of this game? Then we'll talk about the crazy finish.
Start with the start of the game.
Start with the start of the game.
The start of the game. Oh,
we can't even speak. We're in shock.
There's just that much electricity flowing through. Even the distance between us, we can feel that energy.
Yep.
But start of the game, like 10-second spiel. We didn't play amazing. Couldn't stop Andre Drummond from the offensive rebound. To be fair, he's one of the best rebounders in the league. But still got a box out.
Jonas is Andre Drummond's dad, so you expected that Andre Drummond wouldn't do much.
True. And Jonas hit a 3, so that's good to see. And Blake Griffin was just going crazy. He was making a lot of shots, which he continued throughout the entire game. So, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Blake Griffin, but like he played well. The whole Pistons team played pretty well. We've seen Serge Ibaka get kicked out. I think that was like the big highlight. Okay, actually two things. Serge Ibaka got ejected from the game. Blake Griffin clearly embellished a foul to get a foul call.
Flopping like a fish.
You're flopping like a fish. But that's one of the best sayings of all time. But he embellished a call, and then Serge Ibaka was not having it. He was in a bit of a mood tonight. Apparently, said some profanities. I guess I don't know exactly what he said.
I didn't hear it. It was definitely a VEC class. My fuzzy, a VEC class.
He was speaking in French to the refs. It happened to get that one bilingual ref, and he understood exactly what he was saying.
100%.
So he got teed up and kicked out, all in the one go. And then the last thing, bench tonight. First night in a long time that they were actually outperformed by the Pistons team. The Pistons bench at that. So
especially at the beginning
had a big deficit. Down by 19 was the worst deficit of the game. But we're swinging it into the positives now. We're swinging it right to the end. But none of that
mattered.
Our boy DeMar DeRozan put the team on his back.
42 points tonight, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan was absolutely crazy tonight. 2 threes. And one of the most ridiculous plays I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so we're just let's bundle up everything all in the one go. The DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award goes to Anthony Tolliver, who got posterized. The play of the day goes to DeMar, who posterized Anthony Tolliver and also hit an and one dunk to send the game essentially into overtime. The OG's moment of the game goes to, what the heck happened? That play was insane.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. DeMar DeRozan, Blake Griffin coming down. He outmuscled Siakam. I thought it was going to be a weird end of the game. DeMar said no. He's coming down full speed ahead and throws down an and one dunk. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous, man.
And one double clutch. He flied. He levitated. Man. And you don't see, like, DeMar doesn't dunk that much anymore.
Not anymore. No,
you don't see it too often. And I wouldn't have expected that from a very late game push, you know? I would have thought that he'd try to finesse a layup.
In the clutch, DeMar DeRozan always goes for the slam. It was the same against Tristan Thompson last season at the beginning of the year when we played Cleveland. The Milwaukee Bucks series where he ended Thonmaker's life. And tonight, Anthony Tolliver. I think we talked about in the last pod. Who is this guy? Why is he in the NBA? You know, he's an NBA player. He's good enough for that. But DeMar DeRozan, put him in his place. He'll have to retire after today's game because DeMar DeRozan is just an absolute beast.
What's worse? Anthony Tolliver getting absolutely posterized. Cherry on the cake. He fouled, which was disastrous for the team. Sent it to overtime, and then they lost. Or Wesley Johnson getting buried on the floor when he got crossed by James Harden. What would you consider the most embarrassing play?
Anthony Tolliver. It was a game-saving play.
Basically, the most legendary dunk that I've seen in a while. That's like when DeMar had the That slam. I forget who it was on. You know what? Absolute moot point because I don't remember who the team
Rudy
was on.
Gobert?
He's had a bunch of. Was that the where he like cocked it back?
Yep.
And it was on NBA TV. Like that was like their
Oh, man.
their quintessential highlight for like a year.
I believe so. We're thinking about the same thing.
Yeah, this is probably better than that. But anyways, yeah, DeMar put the team on his back. You said how many points he had. I'd say the energy this game just had him going. He was fired up, and he hasn't needed to do that in a while for the Raptors. No, you know, we can even argue that he struggled for a bit with being consistent. So it's nice to see our star player, the face of the franchise.
Yep. When we needed DeMar, he came through. The bench unit's been carrying us this season, basically. They've been the ones that have been blowing out teams, especially as of late. But DeMar DeRozan, when the bench unit's struggling a little bit, DeMar DeRozan picks up the slack. It's going to happen in the playoffs. It's going to happen Game 7 when we close out the Golden State Warriors. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That had me so hyped. But you brought up the dunk. The dunk was just awesome. But we had the crazy thing is about this game that Fred VanVleet, his shot wasn't even in consideration for play of the day just because of what DeMar did. But Fred VanVleet had a really, really tough night tonight. 0 for 4 from 3. He was 1 for 9 from the field at the time. And then he only had 6 points. Wasn't very doing Fred VanVleet things. Shot was off, but KC trusted him down the stretch. DeMar DeRozan goes in, gets tripled, kicks out to Fred in the corner, and hits a game-winning shot. What were your thoughts on Fred?
1 second. You know what it is? Steady Freddy, right? Freddie VanVleet. He's the man that is not fazed by anything in the league. No defender. No moment is too big for Fred VanVleet. It doesn't matter that this is really his first year playing. It doesn't matter anything. He just is so focused out there. 1 second left to win the game, he'll take that. He'll make it.
We're always talking about Fred's confidence. And no matter what's happened in this game, no matter what's happened at all, Fred just is always ready to take the big shot. And that's why he's playing in the fourth. That's why I just love Fred. Fred's God. I texted my parents. I said Fred's dad. My mom said that Fred's her dad too. It was just so.
It sounds like a weird family tree.
Hey, that's just how it went,
dude. Okay,
Fred,
you know what? Yeah, we talk a lot. We talk a lot about how good Fred is, but we don't talk a lot about what your reaction is to how good Fred is. How I'm jumbling my words. I'm so excited, man.
Yeah.
What did you say? What did you say when he made that shot?
Oh my God.
Were you contained? Were you subtle? Did you scream?
I was screaming. I was going left and right. I was going berserk.
I looked like that scene in Get Out when the main character is in the chair and he's just staring.
The sunken place?
In the sunken place. And I was just so proud of our boy that there was just water coming out of the eyes, I was just that's Fred, our savior. That was so good, man.
That was just awesome.
It's also worth mentioning. It's also worth mentioning, just to get a little tangent here, that Norman Powell had a bit of a game tonight.
That's what 58%.
That's what perfect. He actually played well for once, 17 points. And Kyle Lowry tonight, 15 assists. So we have a sort of uncharacteristic as of late statistics and gameplay, from certain players, but it's not too far off. Norm has been a guy that can score. Kyle is a guy that can facilitate, so it's cool to see, a game like this.
I'm telling you. I made the theory on a couple pods ago. When we need Norm performs. When we don't need Norm, he chills. He's a secret weapon for the Toronto Raptors. Right in the playoffs, he's gonna come out crazy. I'm calling it here. Everyone heard this in March, the Raptors Digest channel. Norman Powell they're hiding him. Ujiri's the whole part of his master plan. Yeah. And it's great to see Kyle come back with a great night. As you said, 15 points, 15 assists, 7 rebounds. The last game he let his shot kind of get the best of him. Tonight, didn't have a huge scoring night, but really facilitated and led the team and let DeMar, who was cooking, really take over.
Yeah.
So, no, the Raptors, we've won 13 of our last 14 games, Ryker. We clinched a playoff berth tonight.
Yeah. Can't forget to say that.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on just the Toronto Raptors this season? How we played as of late?
Man, well, we're well into the pod now, so this is an entire new conversation. But,
Yeah,
long story short, it's good to see the Raptors rolling. I think a loss to a weird team is coming up. I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've been sort of just getting by, with teams that we should handle easily. Obviously, teams come to play. They know the Raptors are the best team in the East. They're going to
Yeah.
bring it their best. But, I mean, I can see maybe one loss against a weird team, right? Other than that, I'm confident in the Raptors, man. I think this is a chance we could get a 60-win season.
yeah. That's honestly another discussion. We can make a
We're
whole
looking
video
good,
about that.
yeah. And we should, and we're looking good going into the playoffs, man. So
Oh my
it's an exciting time. It's what a time to be alive,
Yeah,
says Drake.
yeah, for sure. And I guess one last thing. What DeLon Wright? He was out for the end of the game. Dude, hopefully DeLon's better. He gets all good. I know he messed up his toe last game.
Yeah. Well,
So
he'll be back. You know what? The one thing about our bench unit, got a lot
everyone
of guys.
steps up. We all
Everybody's
step
ready
up.
to step up. Maybe we'll
The
see.
whole squad.
Maybe we'll see Nigel Hayes jump in the game.
Hey,
At the
he
point guard
said
position.
he thinks he's a confident guy.
True.
He says that anyone that doesn't think they're the best player on the team should get checked up. So
Nice. I like that confidence.
I love it, man. And Bebe got some run tonight too. Malcolm Miller got a couple points. Bebe got a
Bebe?
point.
Baby only played for 3 minutes.
Hey, Bebe's a beast.
He'll play when he needs to be played. He's a guy that he doesn't
He's ready
play
to
very
rock.
often, but he gives it his best when he's out there.
Yeah, whenever he goes in there, he always performs. Just love
Right.
the Toronto Raptors, man.
Love it.
Love the Toronto Raptors. Anyways, that's it from
What's
us, I
up?
think.
Yep.
Everyone out there, you made it this far. Like if you like, subscribe to the channel. Always putting out game reactions, different video pods, even some vlogs. Check out the
Even
vlog.
some
Riker
vlogs.
made a mean vlog.
And look out for the Instagram. We're getting that started again.
Yes.
So
Yes, the Instagram is getting back on the go. So everyone check out the Raptors Digest on Instagram. We started a little bit in the summer. Kind of step back from it.
gotta show off those
Bring that back.
Photoshop skills.
Yeah, for sure. Photoshop boys out here. And yes, and obviously follow the Twitter. We're just plugging the Raptors Digest right now. We're happy. We're
Just
in a
huge
zen
plugs,
state.
yeah.
So anyways, that's it from us. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Later.